Hi there, how's it going? My name's James. Giving you a quick video on what's it called again? Benign Fasciculation Syndrome. Fasciculation Syndrome, yeah. Let me try and remember that. So, going to put up a quick video in this as well. It will be part of it in a few seconds, showing you how my calf muscles twitch now. This is about 2 weeks now. It's been doing it. I had cramps for quite a while before that, for a few months. So changing my diet, I went to a ketogenic diet, if you've ever heard of it. So I was getting a lot of cramps, or almost getting cramps, and I started taking electrolytes and it worked. I took some electrolytes that people take for diarrhea, and it actually got rid of the starting of the cramps. I never actually got the cramp. It would start, but I'd managed to fight it off. But all night I'd be getting like potential cramps, and I'd be having to move or stand up quickly and stuff like that. Anyway, I thought I'd do this video just to get to it, just to post up one and let people hear, my story on this. And also, I'm planning on looking into this in detail. I've got quite a background in running clinics and helping people with all sorts of issues, from like multiple sclerosis, back issues, neck issues, migraines, tinnitus, you name it. I would have worked on it at one time or another. And I like reading research papers. So I've found about 7 or 8 at the moment on glutamate and excitable neurotransmitters and GABA and all these different things that can affect the neurology, basically. And interestingly, the ketogenic diet is used to stop overexcited neurology or neurotransmitters, and helps people with seizures and epilepsy. That's not why I started taking it. I've never had a problem with any of those things, but I do now have these fluctuating muscles that look like they kind of remind me of the aurora borealis, but in my calf muscles, and obviously not quite as fun to watch. So I was laying in bed one morning and suddenly noticed my legs were flickering, my calf muscles, and I asked my girlfriend, and she was like, yeah, it's like up and down the backs of them, as you saw in the video. And this is about 3 weeks now. Some of the things I've noticed is that it can get worse after I've done maybe a 30-kilometer walk or something, which I've done a couple just recently. One of them I just did. I walk a lot, and then one of them I did just to test it, and it even moved up into my thighs as well after the walk, but settles down again. So back to why I'm doing this video is just to maybe start connecting with some other people who have got this. And I was hoping, if I'm looking for sort of solutions for this, which I believe I'll find, I always have found solutions to any medical condition or illness that I've had in the past, or injury and things like this, and I plan to solve this one as well. And so I was hoping to get some information from other people as well. I do get twitching as well, in more maybe than I used to, although you kind of start to get paranoid with these things, which I've noticed is one of the key things that I hear from people in other videos. I haven't watched too many of the other videos of people who suffer from it, because I find that they can be very negative, and so one of the things I see is that people suffer a lot from stress in relation to this. And the last 2 months and leading up to the last 2 weeks are probably the most stressed I've ever been in my life. One is because it's the anniversary of my mum passing away, which wasn't a nice passing of my mother, and it's now sort of the anniversary, my girlfriend pointed out to me. The other one is financial stress. My business is going under, so I'm in immense amounts of stress, and I think it may be related, but time will tell, as you may have heard, relating to this condition. and so I haven't watched too many of other people's videos because they look very stressed and nervous, and I really don't want any more negative input. I've worked a lot with the mind in my clinics as well, and that's what I have done as a profession. Not so much now. As you'll see, I put a link to my website, so if you want to connect with me, go to my website. And my website's all about mindset as well, but that's irrelevant to this at the moment, except that I hadn't kept my stress under control as much as I might have done normally. Why? I don't know. I think just things kind of go on top of me. And so now I've started working on my mind and trying to de-stress and stuff. And I think I noticed it helps a little bit, you know. And so coming back to the other twitches I get in other parts in my body, especially if I stretch in the morning, for instance, I'll suddenly get twitches. But it may have been like that before, and it may now just be sort of my mind working overtime and trying to see things that are linked, which aren't necessarily linked to the twitching I get in my muscles at all. The twitching in my thighs after a long walk is definitely abnormal as far as I'm concerned. I don't think that would normally have happened to me. And the twitching in the thighs can get worse and less. Sometimes I think even if I look at them, sometimes I put the camera on to try and video it, and they stop fluctuating. So it's like when you take the car to the garage. But back to all seriousness, on the website and on this channel as well, I'm going to start posting regular updates on what I find and possible solutions. And I hope that you maybe try them as well and maybe feedback information. And together, I think maybe we can also start to build up a community where we can maybe lobby or request people look into this further, because the fact that it is benign and therefore, I think if I've got the terminology right, doesn't lead to anything serious, unless it's ALS or some other Huntington's disease and different things, then they're not going to invest into looking for it. But if we get a community of people, we can potentially start to make a difference. That's the reason for this. And for me personally, is I want to get to the bottom of it, because it's not normal. I want to change it. So stay calm and keep your health up. Look at your diet, look at your lifestyle. I always think that they're always my go-to. I've corrected so many things through natural remedies and natural alternatives, especially through diet. And I'll look into that, just because of this ketogenic diet is related specifically to neurotransmitters, and hey ho, I happen to have it. So I'll speak to you all soon. I hope that helps, and good luck, and I hope we get to chat together soon. Bye bye.